Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, September 12th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a loss in baseball with Michael Toglia under 1.5 strikeouts at minus 125 on DraftKings. Really brutal beat there. Line closed at minus 140, didn't matter. We got off to a great start. Toglia, we thought would have 4 at-bats in the game. He did, and he had 0 strikeouts against Mize in the first 2 at-bats. So once again, it looked like we were on pace for a nice, easy winner. The only thing we couldn't have was back-to-back strikeouts to end the game for him, and he struck out back-to-back times. And what makes it worse is that each of the strikeouts were pretty unlucky. The first one involved a couple of really bad strike calls by the home plate umpire on 2 low pitches that really weren't even close, and they were called strikes that eventually struck out later on in the at-bat. But then you had a later at-bat in the game, and he ended up striking out on a foul tip into the catcher's glove, but the catcher bobbled the ball and then eventually caught it barehanded. So once again, kind of unfortunate for both strikeouts to happen, but either way, picked up a loss there. Look for winner here on Thursday. For the actual play, though, remind me once again, there are more plays on our website, so go to the website and use the promo code QSY6Q. HDH, 40% off. Code is also in the description. Plus, a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified. Never miss an episode. Now, for the actual play going to baseball once again, looking to match up between the Reds and the Cardinals, taking place at around 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, for this game, I'm going to go with a player prop once again. This time, a pitching prop. I'm going to go with Sonny Gray over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 140 on DraftKings. Time of recording of 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to go with Sonny Gray over 5.5 strikeouts in this game. First reason has been going over this number regularly, recently, and all season long. He has had at least 6 strikeouts and 12 of his last 13 starts. And if you want to talk about the entire season, actually, he has had at least 6 strikeouts in 22 of his 26 starts this season. So once again, 5.5 does feel really low. So I'm going to go with the over the spot. Plus, he's been good at home. He has struck out at least 6 batters in 11 of his 13 home games, or last 13 home games. They're looking at his numbers against the Reds this season. Might be why this line is pretty, I'd say, affordable and why the number itself is pretty low. He's not been good against the Reds this season. However, he still struck out a lot of guys. So far against the Reds, 2 appearances, 9 1/3 innings. So once again, not overall, no, I would say not good performances for his standard in those 2 outings, but he struck out 15 guys. So even in bad outings, he was able to go over this number in both meetings, and he was able to get the 15 strikeouts in 9 1/3 innings. So I do like the idea of him pitching potentially better in this outing based on the Reds' recent offensive form. And I think with that being the case, he might end up getting the overall workload to get over this number pretty easily. And to go to the actual outs prop for Gray, his over-under for outs here is an 18.5. So the odds makers are expecting him to pitch about 6 innings. Even though the Cardinals pitched well yesterday, Lynn only went 5 innings. So they had to use a decent amount of bullpen arms, and the game was competitive throughout. So I do expect Gray to have a decent, I'd say, leash in this matchup to potentially pitch a lot of overall innings. So that being the case, I do think there's some value based on workload alone, not to mention the strikeout numbers for Gray, to potentially go over 5.5 pretty easily in this matchup. But you're looking at the Reds, they also strike out a lot. This Reds team is striking out 9.11 times per game, which is the 7th most in the league, and they have been striking out a lot lately, as the Reds have struck out at least 10 times in 6 straight games. But you're looking at Gray, who struck out at least 6 guys in 12 of the last 13, had at least 6 strikeouts in 22 of his 26 starts this season. He's faced off against the Reds twice this season. He's gone over this number both times, and he has struck out 15 guys in 9 1/3 innings, and his innings should be pretty, I'd say, high in this matchup based on the bullpen usage yesterday. And the Reds also have struck out 10 plus times in 6 straight games. Well, it seems too cheap to me. I think Gray should probably finish somewhere in the realm of maybe 7 or 8, but 5.5 does feel a bit low. I am going to go with the over before the line moves. Well, then once again, here for Thursday, September 12th, it's going to be on Sonny Gray over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 140 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.